Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another topic that is near and dear to my heart. So ladies, today let's talk about disappointment. Okay? Disappointment. Alright, so unfortunately, we gonna have problems in our relationship, and it's gonna be times when our feelings get hurt, and we gonna go through some things, but it ain't a whole lot you can do about it. But I'm just gonna try to give you some coping mechanisms to help you make it all right, because sometimes these men folk, they'll hurt you to your heart. They'll hurt you to your heart. And when you're giving your all to somebody, and for them to just basically shit on you, for the lack of a better term, it ain't a good feeling. It ain't a good feeling. And it makes you really, it pisses you off. It makes you feel some type of way. It makes you want to rethink your steps, rethink what the hell you doing, reevaluate your whole shit. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't nothing to reevaluate or rethink. The bottom line is, whatever the situation is just temporary. Even though our feelings are all in it, we just have to learn how to deal with it, because life is not about being happy and carefree, and it's not about that shit all the time. There's a time for love. There's a time for hate. There's a time for ups and downs and peace and all that, war. It's a time for everything. So, life is going to be what life is. And what you're not going to do is jeopardize and tear up your whole house because of a situation that comes about that you don't like in your relationship, or the same reoccurring situation. Trust me. I get my feelings hurt just like anybody else. Even though I'm the average woman, like I told you, I'm the average woman. I don't get spared no kind of way. You could be as wonderful as you want to be to your husband and everything, and at the end of the day, your husband is going to be who he is, and there ain't nothing you could do about that. Unfortunately, he has to learn to just do better. Shit, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, but I know that you can't change no man, but what you can do is make him learn that lesson of, you can make him learn, you can put him in a situation where he can learn how to be a better person to you. You could put him in a position where he could hopefully understand, how he making you feel. Hopefully something will convict his spirit so he'll understand, what you going through. But like I say, it's you want it to be that way, but you just really never damn know, because a lot of times, they don't function the way that we do. They don't think the way we do. They don't feel the way about things that we do. So sometimes you just never gonna get your point across. And I'm just telling you, and I know you don't want to hear that, but sometimes you just never gonna get them to understand, like, what you trying to say to them. Because not only do they not want to understand, but they don't give a damn. I know you don't want to hear that there. And you like, well, why would I even put myself through that? Because it's worth it. That's how you have to learn how to get along with the men folk. And that's part of getting along with the men folks is just understanding what the hell you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to pick these battles. You got to learn to pick your battles, pick them wisely. You ain't going to win. It's going to hurt from time to time. But yeah, in the end, it's worth it. Because you don't want to be by yourself. And I'd rather go through hell with you than hell by myself. Period. So, and with that, we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor. Hey everybody, and we are back, and we are talking about just the side effects of having a man. The side effects of having a man is that, you're going to put up with some shit that you're going to go through some stuff. You're gonna go through some stuff. If your man is a unfaithful man, you're gonna have to deal with him learning how to be faithful. That's part of he gonna have to he gonna have to figure that out. He gonna hurt you as many times as he feel like he need to go out here and fuck around on you. Because really, he not thinking about what he doing to you. He's thinking about what he wants and how he feels, and totally centered on him. You know, it ain't nothing that you gonna do. It ain't nothing that you could say. I'm sure down the line, some kind of way, he done gave you like hints and clues and drop breadcrumbs to let you know that he's not ready to settle or be with you. But, you know, we don't want to hear that. We think that, you know, we just be missing those signs because we don't really know. Because we think that we the baddest bee and that Gucci put him to sleep. So, you know, that's all that it is. And, you know, we totally kid ourselves. We totally kid ourselves and set ourselves up for the okie doke game. Because you have to understand. And I took a lot of heat for this one when I said that women, if you meet a man and you want this man to be your husband, your game got to be on 100 from the beginning. You got to be on 100 from the beginning. You got to be clear about what you want from him, clear about what you got to listen to him and understand clearly what he offering. Because that's another thing. When we go to the table with these guys, we don't even listen to what they offering. They clearly telling you, yeah, I got 3 baby mamas. You know, I ain't really never worked. You know, I ain't looking for no job, but I am interested in busting them drawers down. You know, and we'll hear that shit in some kind of way. We'll think, oh, he want to wife me, and he ain't told you not a damn thing. And you ain't listen. And you ain't asked because you don't give a damn, because you just want your drawers buzzed down, because you just think that once you give him the cootie, that the deal is sealed, and that's not how I go. That's not how I go. Just because you give him the drawers, like, that don't mean that you his woman. A man has to choose you, put you in that place, and build his world around you. And you have to allow him to build his world around you. That's the way it is. And then sometimes you go for all that shit and they still fuck around on you. I mean, so goddamn, I don't know. I told you, if you ladies know I'm better, start a podcast or send me a message or something, because it's frustrating. Because you gonna be hurt in a relationship. I don't care how long you be in a marriage, especially us women, because our feelings get hurt about anything. But I'm telling you, the most liberating thing that you gonna do is to adopt that vibe. And when it come down to arguing with him, that you don't give a fuck. I'm going to do what you asked me to do, but all that other shit, I just don't give a fuck. I'm not about to argue with you. If you want to be this way, then I'm going to let you be that way. But I'm not dealing with you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going to let you ruin my spirit. I'm going to let you have that. And I'm going to keep on going on with my life. No, I'm not going to start cheating. I'm not going to start texting other dudes. I'm not going to do any of that shit. You know, I'm not going to do any of that, because then that fucks up the shit, because this is just a temporary little minor step in our journey for life. We gon' have problems. 2 people dwelling under the same roof, living day after day, trying to figure one another out, this, that, and the third. It's going to be a lot of conversations. It's going to be a lot of, and if it ain't no conversations, then it's going to be a lot of quietness. And in the midst of quietness, it's a lot of sneakiness and shit going on. So please feel free to communicate. You have to be able to talk to him. And you have to be able to talk to him when he's ready to hear you. And when he's ready to hear you, and he ready to listen to you. Because you can't talk to a man that you don't have his ear. If you don't have his ear, you spitting in the wind. If you don't have his ear, you are spitting in the wind, because he ain't trying to hear nothing you talk about. And I know that's just the way it is. You have to have his ear. And and when you try to talk to him about what's bothering you or whatever, do not come at what you feel. Don't mention your feelings, because it ain't about your feelings, because they all gonna say, fuck your feelings. Because I don't feel no type of way when I got to get up and go to work every day and put meal food on the table and feed and clothe you. So don't have no feelings about what I do and say. Basically is what they're telling us. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I should have had my coffee right now for that one now. But yeah, don't have no feelings about what I do or say. Just do what I ask you to do and respect the rules that I'm putting down. And respect the rules that I'm putting down. I mean, I don't make the rules. This is what I gather. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I gather when dealing with a man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe your man not like that. Maybe you got like the sweetest thing that ever. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't got that. I ain't got no sweet man. My man is mean, and he's what you would call an austere man. Not a lot of games and a lot of jokes. But I think that that's good because it allows me to analyze the big picture of dealing with and how to get along with these men folks. You know what I'm saying? It allows me to get a bigger picture dealing with these men folks. And I think that I'm a humble woman because, you know, I think that I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I do try to resist the urge to cuss a mother, you know, out from time to time. You know, I ain't trying to cuss nobody out, but I will hold my peace, I think, a lot. And because sometimes, y'all, that's just what you got to do. Like, because it ain't nothing that you gonna say. I told you. Once you done said everything that you need to say, and y'all done been through the same thing over and over again, what can you say to him that you ain't never said before? Nothing. So there's no need for you to get in your feelings. There's no need for you to try to debate or referee or anything. The main thing is the whole thing is that you have to cope and understand and just accept your role and accept what it is. Period. And when you do that, you'll be free. You'll be free. You'll feel better. And you can move on. You can go on down that road. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and we are talking about dealing with the side effects of these men. You know, the side effects of having a man in your life that just, damn. You know, it's a lot of good perks, but it's real stressful on the nerves now. I ain't gonna lie. It's real stressful on the nerves because this guy, unfortunately, it's like this, the video I posted recently, how to cope when you don't run the show. Like, when you don't run the show, when it's not optional for you to say, okay, I'm putting you out. You got to get out my house. And you know the house is in your name, but you're just not going to say that. You're not going to say that because that's not optional for you to say it. So you ain't think about it like that, though. Because we be so ready to look for an out and look for a way to get away from some shit or think that it's going to be better once I get rid of you. And it ain't. It ain't better once you get rid of your man. It's gonna be, you gonna be lonely. And who wanna be by themselves? Sad and lonely. But I'd rather be by myself. Now, no you don't. No you don't. You do not rather be by yourself. What you rather do is just try to have some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and some of that I don't give a fuck sauce on the side, and don't be stressing yourself out about shit you can't control. And at the end of the day, really ain't that damn important. You understand? Because one thing about mama gonna always be all right. You understand? Mama always gonna be all right because mama's responsibility is making sure the house run. So the heart of the house ain't going nowhere. And the heart of the house will not destroy her house based on her feelings and temporary things that really don't matter. Raise your level so that you can cope and understand what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just raise your level. You ain't got to stoop and get on that level with them and be arguing back and forth with them because this shit ain't worth it. I swear, it's just not worth it. It's worth it to just go to bed early, take a nap, and work your feelings out on your own. Talk to yourself. Start a podcast, tell me what yours is. I'll listen. Because I'm like, damn, I understand, ma'am. I understand. Definitely a cash app you from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But that's all it is. It's no you're going to have to bend. You're going to have to bend. You're going to have to be flexible. You're going to have to be understanding. You're going to have to know that it's going to be some shit. It's just going to be some shit. Cohabitating with a man, it's just going to be some shit. Some of the men are, the men say that they're traditional to an extent. They're traditional, but the mindset of these, quote, traditional men. You understand the mindset? And it's the mindset of us wanting traditional men, but still wanting to have our modern values. And a lot of time it just don't work, because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, you got to flex and bend with them. They're not going to, they'll work with you to a certain extent, but it ain't going to happen often, especially when they already have their mindset about what it is they want to do and what they're going to do and things to that nature. It ain't a whole lot. Especially like I say, when you're dealing with a man, sometimes you get these guys that'll be super flexible with you, and really let you act the fool and really, entertain your feelings and stuff. But that's going to all come to an end soon too. So it's best to begin to correct those bad behaviors now while you still got the chance, before he get tired and be like, I don't want you no more, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just it's for your betterment. And you'll wake up, you'll feel better, and you gonna go on with your day. But it ain't nothing wrong with just being the bigger person and letting the shit go. I told my sister I love her. I do love my sister. I love both of my sisters. And I'm talking about blood sisters. And I told her, when you have kids, I understand you want to make your baby daddy life miserable, because he be pissing you off because he do stupid shit. I totally get it. But what's the point in doing that? That's something that everybody does. That's something that everybody does. But why don't you could be the bigger person. You don't have to be the petty little girl. You know what? Being petty stagnates your own life. Don't ever think that being petty stagnates you, because instead of you being able to go on with your day, have your life, you always got this resentment in your heart against somebody. No matter how somebody do me, I'm not about to hate you. I just won't deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to hate you, and I'm not going to allow my desperation to be like, I'm so desperate to have a friend that I'm just going to stay around and let you do me all kind of ways, because I won't do it. When you got that good love and you the type of person that mean people well, you definitely not going to allow yourself to be mistreated by anybody. I do say be a humble woman, but I don't say stay and be beat on. I'll never tell a woman that. Now, if he putting his hands on you, I draw the line on that one now. We ain't going to be damaging my body. But a real man, they don't beat women. Men don't beat women. That's that liquor house type of behavior. Because some women like to be beat, but that's that liquor house type of behavior that they learn from their mom and them. You can't be like that. We'll talk about that more after these messages. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you ladies, and just for the rocking with your sister. Just trying to give you some good advice and help you out, because it's hard dealing with these men folks, and ain't nobody really other than you should leave, but leaving ain't the answer. And leaving ain't the answer, because guess what? If you leave, you're gonna have the same problems with the next man. So you gotta study and show yourself approved. So what I'm doing is I'm sharing my study notes with you ladies, so you can use these study notes to step your game up. I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. I might sound like a fool or whatever, but it's better than what you being told. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? You want a man to be happy with you and make you his wife and take ownership of you, so you will be protected and comfortable. You got to learn some skills. But we was talking about, we learned back in the days, some of us, not me, and I hope not you. You know, some of us learned that the only way a man show you he love you is if he put his hands on you. Man, that is a lie. That is a lie, and ain't no truth to that. Because listen here, love don't hurt, and a man don't want to beat on his woman. Okay, men don't want to beat on their women. Men don't want to beat things that they love. Who want to beat their men? A man's best friend is a dog. Who a dog beat on? You know what I'm saying? Men don't like beating and punching on their women. Now it's guys out there, but they was taught bad and they got issues. But some of y'all gotta learn how to watch our mouth, because words do hurt, and men don't like all that sassy fast mouth talk. Men don't like that. Men don't like you talking fast, because they know when you start talking fast, you lying. So don't talk fast. Slow your conversation down and have a conversation. Have the conversation. Answer the questions, because if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got nothing to hide. You can always be transparent about what you doing. Because what you do, if your true intentions is what your true intentions is, then you good. But now if you trying to be wicked, you not gonna be straight up. I'm super honest, nigga. Period. What I'm gonna lie to you for? And I do that because I want to be blessed. See, I know you can't expect God to have favor and do things for you, and you don't do nothing for Him. You know, ain't nobody gonna do anything for you, and you don't do nothing for them. Tomatoes is not gonna grow in my yard without me planting seeds. Well, it is something because I got seeds in my yard, but that's just how it is. You know, you got to do something in order to get something, and you got to be doing what's right. You know, if God put a man in your life, don't ask God to put a man in your life. The man that God put in your life, that's the one that you should be showing and loving and learning to understand and work with. Not sitting up here talking about telling God what you want. God done sent you something. You supposed to be working with it. That's how that go. That's how it go. You supposed to be showing God that you appreciate what He sent you, and you supposed to be working with that. You know, you got to learn to work with what you got. Just like they have to work with us. I told you we bleed once a week or once a month. God damn. We wicked. So if a man is dealing with you, you are obligated to learn to be flexible and deal with him. Part of that is controlling your mouth, your attitude, your sex drive, and just all in all your wicked ways. And stop talking stupid. You know? Just stop talking stupid. If you don't know what to say, just don't say nothing. And listen. And so you can learn how to talk. You know? But you got to be open to understanding that you ain't perfect and you got work to do on yourself. You got work to do. You know? You got to be open and flexible and smile and pleasant. Your husband don't want to, when you walk in the room in the morning, he don't want to see no hard-faced dude like he locked up. He want to see somebody with a smile and a cup of coffee, or at least a kind word. Hey, babe. Good morning. You happy y'all get up in the morning, don't even speak to your husband in the morning. Now, what kind of mess is that? I don't know. But I told you, you gotta be the person that you want to be. You gotta those romantic novels y'all done read, them trashy novels and all that stuff over your life. Now it's time for you to give your husband all that energy. You got to give him all that energy, all those romantic this and being you got to be that woman, become that person that he needs you to be. You know, if he need a gangsta boo rider, then you going to have to gangsta boo and ride. If he needs a silent, humble, football-liking wife, then that's what you need to be. And what else is there for you to do? What else is there for you to do but to create the life that you want for yourself? That's what you're doing. When you submit to the shit, you just creating the life that you want for yourself. You have made a decision that you are committed to rocking with this man, and fuck everybody else and what they talk about. I'm going to be the best woman that I could be. There's nothing wrong with that, man. That's a beautiful thing. You don't feel like a fool about it, because you ain't no fool. You a woman deciding your direction for your life. You're taking charge of your life and what you want for your life. You know? And if you want to be his ride or die, super sexy, whatever, then you be that. But be what he needs you to be. That way he'll always be around. And that's what we want. We want him to be around. But most of all, we want him to be in love with us while they're around. And want to treat us good. And want to spoil us. And, but we have to set it up for us to be that way. Because a lot of times we don't. We set ourselves up to be the side chick. Because we don't play our hands right. And it's rules to dealing with these men folk, y'all. And part of it is calming your spirit down to understand that we got to deal with them. Got to deal with them on their terms, in decency and in order. Okay? So, I love y'all. I'm about to get ready to go to work. So, I will talk to you later. Shalom.